OMG. Harry cuts his own throat as dropping tell-all book yet previously insists on Prince privacy / Prince Harry may have shot himself in the foot with his memoir, as revealing intimate details of his life appears to be at odds with the reasons he and Meghan Markle gave for leaving the royal family, according to a royal expert. The Duke of Sussex is working on a book to be released next year, which he has said he is writing not as the prince I was born but as the man I have become. He is producing the memoir alongside ghostwriter Junior Moringa and the proceeds will be donated to charity. Harry's spokesperson has denied reports that a second book is set to be released after the Queen's death. Responding to reports Harry and Meghan will pen a whopping 4 tomes after a £29 million bidding war, Piers blasted, Prince privacy. What a hypocritical greedy twerp. Harry and Meghan stepped down as senior royals last year and moved to the US after several years of struggling with the media spotlight. It is understood that the pair wished to lead a more private life where their every move was not scrutinized, as it was when they were working members of the royal family. However, their actions post-royal life have at times contradicted this idea, especially their tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey and their continued comments about life in the royal bubble since then. Now, Harry's book threatens to open the door even further, as Penguin Random House promises the definitive account from Harry for the very first time. The claim has been brought forward by royal editor Russell Myers, and during his interview on the Pod Save the Queen podcast, he was quoted saying, "The former Duke of Windsor waited 15 years before he spilled the beans on royal life and Harry has waited barely 15 months, and I think that tells you an awful lot about his character. Rather than going off into the sunset and seeking a life of privacy, he's actually all too consumed with what people think of him and what narrative is being painted of him, which is completely at odds with what we were told were their reasons for leaving the royal family." So no doubt it will be absolutely fascinating. An intimate and heartfelt memoir it might be from his side, but I can't imagine it will be very heartfelt from the people that will no doubt be mentioned in the book, and we are talking about senior royals. According to reports, the prince and his bride will pen 4 in total. Meghan's contribution will reportedly be a wellness book on health living, while one of Harry's books can only be released after the Queen's death, it's claimed. Legals for the couple initially said they wouldn't be commenting on those claims, but later said they were false and defamatory and only one memoir is planned. He added that even the Queen came in for some criticism in terms of the trail of how royals have been brought up. Mr. Myers said part of the book may seek to set the record straight as to how Harry feels Prince William has treated him over the past few years. The expert noted that, despite Harry explaining his anxiety around press interest in his life, he seems willing to write his entire life story down for everyone to see, describing it as extraordinary. He said, "The fact that on the one hand this couple and certainly Harry will say every click of a camera, every time I see things written about me, it takes me back to a very dark place, but then he is fully willing to put his life story down on paper is another extraordinary event." Responding to news of the memoir earlier this week, the former Good Morning Britain host, who stepped down after refusing to apologize to Meghan, accused the couple of going toxically rogue. And he urged the royal family to have nothing more to do with Prince Poison and Princess Pinocchio. Prince Harry added, "I'm writing this, not as the prince I was born, but as the man I've become. I've worn many hats over the years, both literally and figuratively, and my hope is that in telling my story,